welcome to the Art of Adventure, where creators from across the internet come together and play an awesome one-shot of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Ashlyn. I am the host for these streams, and I'm joined today by my four lovely, lovely players. I will be running today's game as the DM. Before I have everybody introduce themselves, we're going to go a little bit over the structure of AOA, just in case you're new or in case you've forgotten, because I've been a little inconsistent with posting. Art of Adventure, everything that you're going to see today, minis, terrain, all of that has been created by our past casts of creators. This cast will then work together with their respective talents in order to create all the minis, terrain, etc. for the following group's session. So this way we're creating this pass it on type mentality and building an awesome community. So we're going to take a second and everyone's going to introduce themselves. I'm going to reintroduce myself. First, my name is Ashlyn. I am Dollar Store DM. I make minis, terrain, I 3D print, I make dice, because I have an inability to pick a singular hobby. Because you just hyper focus on a different thing every week, and that's fun. So I am the host for these streams. You can find me mostly on Instagram at $_store_DM, but also if you're here, you probably already know that. But you can go ahead and follow here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. And I'm going to popcorn this to Carla.
Hi, I'm Carla. You can find me on Instagram at Paints Tiny Monsters. I obviously paint a lot of monsters and enjoy doing so. I'm also partnering with at Irritated Kraken, who runs a Etsy shop. He does some really awesome mini printing. So you can find a lot of fun and unique monsters, NPCs, PCs. You can find them on Etsy. And if you're interested in a commission, he is also a Seattleite, so he will print it and I will paint it. So you can hit either of us up.
And then who are you playing today?
Today I'm playing Katone, a half-orc barbarian who is ready to kick some butt.
Katone. And Katone, all of our PC miniatures are produced on Eldritch Foundry. They are our sponsor for Art of Adventure. Katone was painted by Magebrush, Andrew. So go and check him out. And then we're going to go to Beth.
Hi, I am Beth. You can find me on Instagram at Dungeon Slayer. I do minis, terrain, foam builds, anything that our game needs. And today I'm playing Sahira Alendis. She is a half-elf Way of the Ascendant Dragon monk.
Yeah. So here she is. She, again, printed from Eldritch Foundry, but she was printed by Pepperina Sparklegem, Ashley. Again, go and check her out. And then we're going to go Josh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Josh, also known as Quarter Paint on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. I'm primarily a miniature painter. Actually just started working professionally now as a miniature painter for Privateer Press, actually. So, you can find me on all the socials and stuff like that, and excited to be here. I'm playing Hagmar, the high elf bounty hunter rogue ranger. Potentially coming for a couple of bounties,
And last but not least, we got Mario.
Everyone, I'm Mario. You can find me on Instagram at Dungeon Mario. I'm a professional dungeon master through startplaying.games, as well as a mini painter and map maker. You can catch commissions of both of those on my profile on Instagram. Today I'm playing Lauren, the human human monk Way of Mercy.
Yeah, a human elf. Isn't that just a half elf?
Damn it, Beth.
Long lost siblings.
Spoilers.
So before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping notes to cover. So all of our participants volunteer their time and talents to bring you guys an amazing show every single episode. In order to help support the show, we do have a number of options. We firstly are on Patreon, so you can find Patreon down below. All the links that I'm mentioning are going to be down below, as well as everybody's handles on Instagram. We also have a shop where you can find a bunch of really cool hobby-themed merchandise, both Art of Adventure merchandise, hobby shirts and accoutrements. I have notebooks up there, stickers, laptop cases. We've got a plethora because I, again, get bored and make things. But go ahead and check that out. That's going to be www.dollarstoredm.weebly.com. Again, it's in the description below. If I say anything that requires a link, I put it down there. And then other than that, we are going to be using a couple of really great creators' music today. So you already heard Gregulus Designs. He wrote our theme song and wrote our intermission music that you're going to hear later. And then we also feature Ivan Dutch and Arcane Anthems. So you'll be hearing their music throughout the session today. And with that, we're going to get going. So, welcome to the world of Damara. Damara is a rather deserty sort of setting. At this point in the Damaran timeline, a massive disaster known as the Maddening has occurred. There once was a great empire called the Saran Empire, built upon draconic magic, leeching out from the soul of a captured Dracolich. But something happened recently, and that magic went awry, sending all of those draconic bloodline sorcerers mad. The refugees from that event have fled east, starting to settle in the Valley of Mara and the Eastern Approach, both of which had previously been much more tribal. Now they're starting to develop into towns, and a general sense of uneasiness still rests within the populace, especially when it comes to those dragon-touched individuals, those with the blue scaling associated with the draconic sorcerers that devastated their own kingdom. Our party is coming into the town of Sarhast. I forgot my own town name. I should have. They're coming into the small town of Sarhast, which is on the edge of the Eastern Approach. They have been traveling around, taking odd jobs. So, Katone, what was the most recent job that you encountered, that you completed?
The undead. They were stinky, but we took a lot of heads. Lot of good heads. Good money. Right, Hogmar?
Oh yeah. Plenty of those fancy little trinkets to sell off in this little pit of a town, huh?
It is a very, very small town. There is a little bit of a refugee population there, and some of the buildings are held together with bits of canvas, where walls probably should be, especially when those desert winds rip through, but not always present. And those undead that you were fighting, they seem to be coming with regular frequency from the Blighted Lands to the far east. So you guys are headed back from those mountains, defending another small town and finding rest within Sarhast. So as you guys enter the town, you find your way to the inn, the Green Dragon. As you guys settle in, a half-elf woman comes and greets you. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Do you have any fresh water for weary travelers?
Oh, of course, of course. Well, please come sit.
But also ale. Also ale.
You've seen this town. We have ale. What else would we do? And she comes and sits you down at a table that, you know, when you're at a restaurant and you just like can't quite get the table to sit quite right. And you can see that there's a couple like bits of paper that have been shoved underneath it, to no avail. It's cursed at this point. But you are handed mugs of ale. There's a musician playing in the corner as you find your first bit of rest since battling these undead.
Could I do a quick scan of the space, looking for someone that might look tempting or profitable, or any sense of you know, the dragon touched?
All right, roll me a investigation check because you're looking for a very specific thing.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let's go perception for this one.
Okay.
'Cause you're
Sure.
just looking around.
First roll of the one shot. That's going to be a 14.
14. All right, that's not bad. Looking around, most people here are wearing the traditional kind of muted cloth drapery that you see a lot in the Eastern approach. It covers a lot of their skin, but the bits of skin that you see, you don't see any scaling. But as a bounty hunter, you would also know that they don't tend to, you know, showcase that. A lot of them will have wrappings up their arms to hide whatever bits of skin may have those scales. You also see a number of individuals come in. It seems like it's another sort of adventuring party. They sit at a table a bit away. One of them has a very large leather satchel that he has slung over his shoulder, takes it off, kind of drapes it on the chair behind him.
I'm gonna nudge Katone and be like, get a load of those ones over there.
Katone will lean back, put feet on table to try and balance it as well. So thump thump, and kind of lean back and try and see what is in the bag. What do these people look like? You know, is anybody watching them?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Lauren's just gonna look at Kotone. Kotone, again, please. This is the place where our food goes.
Katone will brush the boots off first and then put them back on the table.
Clean.
So a 23.
23, easy. Looking around, no one seems to be paying them much mind. It's very common for adventurers to come through these sort of small towns, especially out here in the east. Looking at the satchel, it seems to have the, not imprint, but the shape of something spherical inside. And with that 23, you do, just out of the corner of underneath that flap, you see what looks almost like swirling smoke for just a second.
Looks magical, Hagmar.
I'll like whisper quietly. Like,
He's gonna, magical, is it valuable? You're just gonna be like, you know, maybe not so subtly, kind of just like eyeing them up.
It's not a stealth roll, but like roll me a deception check to do one of those like, oh yes, I'm totally not looking.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right, an 18.
Okay, you're pretty subtle with it. Just like crack the back as you're going. One of those like your eyes pass over, but then like don't quite fully catch, and then you look over slightly to the side as if that was your destination the whole time. They don't seem to notice you looking.
Lauren, is smoky shiny ball magical good or bad or good money? No, maybe?
I don't know, Kotone. These things, I don't preoccupy myself. I just try to make people's wounds better. You give me a lot of job on that sense. I think we are finally here to rest. Let's not go looking for more wounds that I need to bandage up on you.
That's fair.
If you can manage it.
For like until the soup comes until then.
It'll be twice as long as last time.
You two are really eyeballing that guy over there. Do you have any? Is he your friend? Do you know him?
He has smoke magic ball maybe in bag. Not sure.
Is that something that we often see around these parts? I know that I haven't seen that.
I don't think I've seen shiny smoke ball. No.
Listen, I don't need to know what it is, just how much, maybe it would earn us, listen, those undead only had a little kind of dusty trinkets. That's not going to buy us many meals here.
You want me to ask Hagmar if expensive?
I think that's a good idea. Why don't you just ask him?
Sure. You can ask him.
Excuse me. What is in your bag and is it expensive?
And this individual, he is the scrawny one of the group. The group has like another half orc. There's actually a bugbear traveling with them. And this is a scrawny human. Kind of perks up and he turns around, adjusts glasses.
Yes, you small man. Yes, you. Yes,
I'm
tiny
sorry,
human. What is in your bag and is expensive?
What's in my bag is of no concern to you.
It's a table discussion, just trying to, gauge.
And he just gives you this incredulous look uh-huh.
I am so very sorry for my companion. She gets us a little excited sometimes. It seems your bag is on fire.
What? And
There
it
is smoke.
turns and
There is smoke coming out of it.
there.
Oh, come on, be forthright. We know you got something pricey in there.
Yeah, and it's of no concern to you.
Hagmar.
See, I told you this, Hagmar.
Yes, yeah.
As he then puts the satchel on his body and kind of in a huff, stands up and makes his way over towards the bar. Now he is a scrawny dude. And you've sufficiently distracted him from his general surroundings as he's now kind of perpetually looking over his shoulder. And you watch as he slams into that poor waitress. The drinks that were headed to his table go flying. He goes flying backwards, and as he impacts, the satchel opens. And that orb, about this big, you've seen Lord of the Rings, it looks a lot like the Palantir, comes rolling out. The waitress, in a frazzle, is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me help you. Let me get that." And as she reaches out, you hear him, his eyes wide, just, "No!" And as she touches it, this unearthly scream comes from her. As her hand seems to be frozen onto this orb. And as she screams, suddenly it cuts out, her mouth still agape as a small light escapes from her chest, follows into the orb, and she collapses.
Lauren will immediately
glance at
go
Lauren.
to the woman.
Roll me a medicine check.
Get my dice. Okay, medicine check coming right up. That's going to be a 19.
You grab onto her. Her skin is icy cold. You have seen dead bodies before. They hold on to their heat, especially freshly killed.
I will run over
Nice.
to the
Scrawny man. Scrawny tiny man, and I'll grab him by the shoulders. What you do to nice lady?
I didn't do it. Look, there's still time. And he's like now panic mode and like grabs his satchel and now is pulling out a small leather-bound book. There's still time. We could, it's possible to go and get, I wasn't ready.
What did you do to this woman? What has happened? What is this orb?
And he like takes a quick breath. Look, we were out in a ruins of some podunk town that had burned. And we found this orb, and everybody who touched it, this happened to. I was taking it to the valley so that it could be studied, that maybe we could, I don't know, bring them back.
If there's a towel nearby on any table, I want to grab and just throw it over the orb so that nobody else touches it or can see it.
Yeah, easy enough. And with the towel, nothing happens to you. And he's very frantically going through this.
Bahira, be careful, be careful.
Look, the place where we found the orb, I found this inscription, and it seems to be a series of runes dictating a ritual of some sort. Intended, it seems, to bring people safely into whatever space it just sucked this poor woman's soul into.
So you think that she can be brought back?
What language are they in?
They are, it is an old, what languages do you speak?
I can speak Elvish, Draconic, Common, and Celestial.
Okay. This is a odd mix of both Celestial and Draconic.
Well, this is very interesting. This writing here seems to be a combination of two very distinct languages.
But there's something off about the lettering. Like, a lot of Celestial is used in revelry, in protection. The Draconic aspects seem a bit darker. There's something about this that feels dark.
This doesn't bode well. I don't like where this is coming from. Where did you say you find this?
It was the ruins of a village that no one can remember. Small, it burned down a year or so ago.
Lauren will just kind of like slink back a little at this thing.
The village has only been gone for a year and nobody can remember the name of the village?
It was small enough. I'm not from around here. We found ruins, found an orb.
There's got to be something else you know. If you want to keep your arms attached to your body, and we don't have Katoni over there, remove them. I think you need to start telling us what you know. You already killed our waitress.
Look, that's everything that I know. That's why I was taking it into the valley.
And all you have is a book.
Yeah. All I have is the runes. I can... Look. And he kind of like lowers his voice. And he peels just a little bit, his glove a little bit back, and you see just a tiny bit of scaling. Look.
I'm just gonna just like smirk a little bit and just lean back like,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but this language is tied to my blood, and maybe I can make it work.
Lauren will step back in and kind of like push his glove down to cover him. And be like, don't do that again. You're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
If you think you can help with whatever this is, you need to tell us. Maybe we can help you too.
I haven't tried the ritual yet. I don't know how long, and kind of looks over at the body. I don't know how long she will last in that state, and if how long we have before the soul can't be returned.
You must try to fix this, small, scrawny man.
Yeah, that's why we're having this conversation.
Well, do it!
I think you need to lead us to where you found that orb.
All right. And like, very quickly, like, puts way too much money on the table. As, you know, there's a dead body now. As you lead him out into the street, it's a small town, so there's not a bunch of people, but it's a small town, so word travels fast. As that he is now getting glares as you parade him through the streets. You
Should we
hear the
take
crying of
body?
someone from the bar.
Should we take body?
Before we leave the bar,
I take
Lauren
body.
would probably want to stop Katone.
What if
and
you have to
try
put
to
it back?
cover the body, try to wrap her
No, he
some
said he's
some
putting
way.
it back. He said he's putting it back.
And are you going to
we-
carry
we-
her
You
the whole
cannot
day?
parade a dead woman through the streets. Give her a little dignity at
She's
least.
sleeping.
Let me cover her.
You kind of cover her up with a shawl, and kind of make her look.
I was gonna like fully wrap her.
Yeah.
Body
You're
bag.
like full body wrapping her like a mummy.
Yeah, I don't want her to get damaged to like have
Okay.
any less.
So we're
like-
going the body bag
will be
route, not the
gentle,
drunk
Lauren.
person route.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
easily
assuming there were
enough,
other witnesses to the thing. It's not like
there
I'm gonna
are other
pretend.
witnesses.
I was not gonna pretend like this lady didn't die in front of them.
Yeah.
Could be sleeping, Lauren.
As you begin wrapping her so that she's given a bit of dignity, as Katone then basically fireman carries her through the town. This young man, whose name you find out to be Petruk, leads you through the town, outside the outskirts, and after about maybe an hour of travel, into a small valley. As you guys travel, Lauren, you feel this heaviness with every step, as every step is taking you closer and closer to the place that you really hoped this wasn't. As you cross over that precipice, that hill that you once stood on when you saw the flames and ran. Your old
Lauren
village.
just kind of shudders at the back.
Can I do a perception or insight to see if I notice a change in him?
Oh yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a 3. I was going to ask perception or insight, but that's a 3, so it doesn't matter.
It was going to be insight. Are you being obvious with your demeanor?
She's not particularly obvious about it. It's just kind of like it could be anything. It's just like she's like ugh, just kind of like shakes her shoulder off. Lauren would have in general not been super vocal about like her past unless people asked her about it, and then she would probably still deflect.
Yeah.
Just say like she was like from some monastery in a forgotten village somewhere. So it wouldn't strike you as odd for Lauren.
Well, the Forgotten Village part is definitely true. As you descend into this valley, where the buildings are burned, what were once large adobe houses kind of hewn into the cliffside, which is part of the reason why this town went a lot unnoticed. It was mostly a monastery. And a lot of the buildings and structures would have been kind of integrated into the natural landscape. But what still remains is charred. There is not a soul. And even the wildlife is quiet.
So Hagmar's pretty adept in the desert landscape. Do you think I could do an investigation just to kind of glean what might have burned the village? If there are any clues to what happened there?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
That's 18.
All right. With that 18, you kind of go take your fingers, run it across some of this char, kind of feeling it flake off. And you notice as you're going a torch. You see what looks almost like gouge marks left by blades in bits of the ground and in the stonework.
This wasn't an accident.
And as
I'm
you're
gonna
walking,
turn to the young companion. You were here for this?
no, it was like this when I got here. But there's in one of the larger buildings. That's where I found it.
Oh, keep walking.
All right. And you notice, Lauren, that he is leading you into kind of the central building of the monastery.
Is
And
there any like iconography or anything to show us what deity this monastery would be to?
how well known would have been the Dawn Daughters?
There would be iconography of like several of the deities associated with like healing and light and like protection and stuff like that.
Okay.
A lot of solar iconography, probably.
Okay.
As you
Lauren will
walk-
actually, like, as you're approaching the building, be like, perhaps someone should stay here and keep an eye out. We don't want other people to find us here and think that we're thieves.
I don't think we have to worry much about people finding us being thieves. There doesn't seem to be much law enforcement in this area.
Well, maybe the monsters could sneak up on us.
That is a more fair thought.
If they sneak, I will punch them.
Good idea, Kotone. I will tell you. I will hide here and I keep a lookout. And when I see monsters, I call you and you come and kill them.
But what if I get hurt?
Well, I will be here for you to get some healing. You know where to find me.
Lauren, are you scared of the sad place?
No, I'm not scared of this place. This is a very sad place, but no, I think it is best that we keep an eye out in our rear. You know. Okay, good talk.
As they all just stare at you.
Yeah, can we maybe like an insight? Because is this like normal behavior for Lauren, or is
You
this,
can
does she
1,000% insight check.
out of character, right? That's a 17.
So you can tell that she's being particularly dodgy.
Mhm. Dodgier than usual.
All right, Lauren, we've got this dodgy dragon blood here, thief. Now you're acting a little skittish. Anyone want to tell me what's going on? Why we're in this charred ruin that was clearly assaulted by something dangerous? And I don't see anything valuable.
Lauren, do not be scared. I will protect you from ghosts if there are ghosts.
The thought of ghosts had never occurred to Lauren, and now she's definitely scared of going in there.
Oh no, you look worse. Why are you worse?
So we're at like a precipice. Like, are we at a doorway, or is it just like a building, or what?
You
What is
guys
it like?
have
We're
made your
standing
way
outside of.
to essentially what is remaining of a doorway. It's not quite a door anymore, but you can see an opening. So there's an opening that goes in here.
Hey, Katone, do you want to leave the young lady out here with Lauren, or would you like to carry her throughout this entire place?
I can set her down. This is a good
Wonderful.
spot.
Put her maybe just inside so that the sun doesn't.
Bake her.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
I think I'll like lead our young ward here like first in, kind of like standing behind him, kind of like nudging him forward for him to show us where he's going. Yeah.
And he leads you inside. So Lauren, you're staying out.
Lauren is going to hang out for a moment outside, just at the threshold, kind of maybe hiding right under the doorway, peeking a little, but will probably succumb to the peer pressure of wanting to see that no one is disturbing the temple.
True. As the three of them enter, it's definitely the flames made their way in here, and in the corner you can see kind of a charred mass and what looks bits of bone. And you can see down on the floor a small metal sigil. Like
Can I investigate the sigil to see if I recognize what kind of like magic that is or anything?
And when I say sigil, it's like a little medallion. Sorry.
I'll aid Sahira. Maybe give her advantage, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. So I notoriously roll terrible. That's a 3 and a 4. But thank you for your
Oh, oh, you have that luck.
Yeah. Sorry. There's very interesting symbols on the floor. Never seen anything like them before.
Yeah, there's a gold medallion that's on the floor that looks like either a starburst or maybe a sun.
After
That's
seeing
about as much as you get out of that.
Yeah, that's fair. After seeing that lady's soul get sucked into that ball, I'm gonna just kind of kick it with my toe a little bit, and then if it doesn't seem to suck my soul into it, I'm gonna pick it up and hand it to somebody else in the group.
Kind of clanks a little.
Seems to be just a medallion of this monastery. We see the symbol around all these walls. I don't think this is much special. Anybody else have any ideas about it?
At which point, Lauren, you come in as she's holding. That is the symbol of the Dawn Daughters.
Well, Lauren would have done like this little like hesitation at the entrance of like, I don't want to go in, but they're going deeper in, and I don't want to leave them alone in there. She'll like just go over. She'll see the medallion. It's like, you can all clearly see that she's like having a moment at that point, and then she'll just like, I have no idea what that is.
Does it look gold?
So
It's
strange.
gold?
If you don't know what it is at all, so I guess if I did this, I'm gonna grab it out of Sahira's hands and like fling it. This wouldn't bother you at all. Hmm?
I'm gonna attempt to deflect missiles and jump right in to catch it. Like, no!
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Alrighty. That's gonna be a 8.
You like reach forward, but he's thrown it just outside of your grasp as you just miss.
And she just like freezes, like, damn it.
Sorry, something sounds like it's
Lauren?
dying, which might be the phone that has this all here. So give me 30
no.
seconds. Talk amongst yourselves in character. I can still hear you. You'll be able to hear me.
Did you burn down this monastery?
No, absolutely not. I would never do such a thing.
Well, you're acting a little dodgy.
But, well,
Help
it's just,
plug things in.
it's I just don't like disturbing dead places. It is a bad luck.
That is understandable. So to Petrock, our little guy, where exactly did you find the orb? Was it in this room? Should we keep going deeper?
This chamber is the end of whatever structure had been there, and he leads you kind of into the center. And you can see in the center of the room those exact runes carved into the ground. And not in a like the same sort of carvings that are then inlaid with gold that you see in a lot of the iconography. These look like they were etched into the stone.
Etched like panicked, like somebody wrote it as their dying thing, or like
No,
etched long ago.
they look etched in after the charring.
Oh.
So the etchings themselves, the internal scratches, don't have the same sort of black that the surrounding groundwork does. So whatever was etched here was etched after the monastery was burned.
Did you do this, tiny man?
No! It was like this when I found it.
Right.
And why exactly did you find it? What were you here looking for?
We were just exploring. We were sent out to try and see if we could recover any items of interest.
And who sent you?
It's just we got a contract like a town or so over.
Just some
Guy put up a notice wanting fantastical things or anything of interest from the ruins of this town, I guess, monastery, based on what you guys are saying.
And you said someone else touched this orb?
And his eyes actually move to the side, and you can see kind of another lump that has been covered by blankets.
I'll
Is
like
that a
kind of
friend of
saunter
yours?
over. Yeah.
There are 2 dead bodies.
Were those friend of yours?
Yes. I was hoping that I could bring this back and in a safer place figure out if I could do the ritual, but I don't know if it has to be here.
Which ritual? What
The-
do you mean?
The one that's etched in the ground. Someone created some sort of ritual so that they could enter that orb without dying.
And
I
you
don't
wanted
know
to
what
go
purpose.
into the orb.
Yes, what do you mean enter orb?
And he kind of pulls out his notebook, and you can see that he has been studying these runes. Look. Based on the combination of the celestial and the draconic, you can see that there's elements of protection to protect from the necrotic energy that this orb is releasing, and he just starts. You can tell now that this is a nerd. Like he is very well versed in languages, very well versed in some aspects of mythology. And Lauren, as someone who also
Is he
reads
well
both of those
versed in
languages,
boilers?
Hmm?
Is he well versed in boiler rooms?
hey, his name ain't Milo. As someone else who reads both of those languages, as he's making these connections between the different styles of runes that have been combined together in this ritual, you're starting to see, oh, there's the sign for protection. There is entry.
So you make us tiny and we go inside?
I haven't done it before.
Okay.
Everybody I came here with is dead.
What do you need to do it?
I need someone who can go in. I don't think that I can. I have to get you guys back out after.
You guys, you're already volunteering us to go inside.
You dragged my ass out here. You want to save her? That's how we save her. And maybe you can save them too.
I'll make you a deal. I'm gonna hold up like a couple of manacles, like handcuffs. Like, I'll save your friends, but you're coming with me afterwards.
He looks at the manacles, looks at you.
Hagmar.
It's yours.
Well, what's in it for us here? We're gonna
Petrus,
risk
you
life and limb to go into a mystical orb for a barmaid?
Selling a person
Nice
is not
barmaid.
okay, Hagmar.
He's clearly one of them. You know it. We all saw it.
They are not at fault for what happened.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It matters who wants them.
You're right, it does matter. It matters to me, and I don't want you to sell this poor man to someone who's going to kill them.
So you want to just go into the magical smoke orb that murdered 3 people, as far as we know, for no reason at all, Lauren?
No, not for no reason at all. Maybe if we can find a way to open it up and let those poor souls out, we could save a lot of people. Maybe they even have a reward for you. Have you thought about that?
Maybe not. Look around the room for like any more shiny gold things.
A lot of it's just etched into the walls, covered in soot.
Gonna kind of just glare at Petra, be like,
I would look. Their lives are worth me taking mine. If you
all right,
say
well,
so.
let's see if you can actually do the ritual, right?
Yes, that is step 1.
Okay, Petrok. If you can send us inside, I promise I will figure something out, and you won't have to surrender yourself.
Wishful thinking. And he, like, with that, like, opens up the book, like, all right. This better fucking work. Okay, I need, and he starts pointing you guys to stand in 4 corners around the orb. As he stands in front of it, using that same towel that you put over it, now bringing it out very carefully and setting it down exactly where he had found it, stepping back. Are you ready?
Hagmar is gonna take out his longbow and an arrow and just sort of ready himself, but yes.
If you make us tiny, will our things also get tiny?
I don't think it's gonna make you tiny. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Good question, Katone.
As he steps back, opens up the book, takes a look at some of his notes, closes it, and then holding out his hands, begins to chant. And as he chants, you watch as each of the sigils begins to light in this sickly red, like old blood, growing brighter and more vibrant with each word, traveling around the orb. And you watch now as cracks from those runes begin to form, moving in towards the orb itself, lighting. And with a flash, 4 beams come, impact your chests, and you feel yourselves pulled forward almost by a large hand grabbing at you as you fling almost in towards that orb. And a moment later, you seem to be standing in the same room, in the same spot. But there is a haze now. The orb is gone, as is Petrick.
Well, no, it didn't work, and Petrov is gone too.
It seems he might have exploded. There's mist everywhere, and he's gone. And I think he did it wrong.
I told you we should have just turned him in. Can I do like a quick scan of the room, like anything other than the mist that's noticeably different?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
21.
Looking around, every single body is gone. The two that had gone with Petrick and the barmaid.
Hmm.
They're nowhere to be seen.
I think it did the work. I think it did. And now we are inside of the orb.
Mhm.
Lauren, no, it could not have worked. Look, we are same size. We're not inside ball. How could work? Poor
Well,
man.
Cotone, maybe we didn't get tiny. Maybe the orb got really big, and now we're inside.
Let's make her hurt.
Right. Well, we've gotten this far. What do we didn't have a plan after this? Are we? What does he want us to do?
Well, we have to look for the people that came, for the people that were trapped in here.
Do you remember the barmaid's name? Did she introduce herself when we came in?
Kiva.
Kiva.
Kiva! Are you in ball?
Silence. Even eerier than when you originally went into the desolate village.
Is everything still covered in soot around here?
There is still soot covering everything. The ruins are the same. But this is a desert and it is cold. There's
Any
a
foot
chill.
track? Any tracks in the soot?
Roll me
Humor.
a survival check.
A 19.
It's 19. As you lean down, you do not see any tracks, including the ones that you would have made entering into this monastery.
Are we currently leaving tracks? Like as we've
Yes.
Something's fishy in this orb. Doesn't seem like anyone's been here.
Mhm.
You sure we didn't just get ourselves imprisoned?
Mm,
No, not
well,
sure.
we did come inside of here with our bodies. The rest of the people got kind of separated from them. Maybe that is why? Maybe it is as... She'll give a deep gulp and a shudder. Maybe it is like Cotone said, and there's ghosts.
Do we look any different? Like if we look at each other or at ourselves?
You look the same. Corporeal. If you smack your faces, they're solid.
This place looks exactly like the rest of the monastery outside, yes.
Are you going outside?
There's no way to go deeper in, right?
No.
So I guess, yes. I'll start going outside and see if it looks the same as outside.
As you
Go along.
exit, that same mist follows, kind of snaking across the ground. And as you walk out, looking up, there's a moment where your eyes widen as there floating in the upper mists are large rock structures, like floating islands hovering above the ruins. And a sickly green light almost emanating from the largest up at the top.
Gods of light and mercy.
What are we looking at here? Why are there floating rocks in the orb?
Would
Is there
Oh, go ahead.
is there anything else that other than they just look like rocks, or are they actually like islands, or is there
They're-
anything more?
Most of them are about maybe 30 feet across. Very large stone structures that are suspended in the mists.
Would I
Are-
know from mention of history or religion, something that maybe I would have studied or heard of that might resemble this realm?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana, okay.
Yeah.
How low is the closest one of the floaties?
It is, you could,
It's a 9.
with some difficulty probably, figure it's close enough that you could potentially get to it. With
That was a 9,
probably
by the way.
9, you have no idea. There's a floating island. That's new.
When inside
I wasn't
of
there
the
before.
magic ball, I guess you jump on the floating islands.
And as you guys are looking up at these islands, you hear kind of a crunching noise. Large, heavy footfall.
Something's
As-
coming.
I don't like these.
As from around one of the buildings stands up a very large, dead, troll-like creature that I'm going to showcase.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
holy
Oh, dang.
gods of light and mercy.
And I need everybody to roll me some initiative.
Oh, boy.
As you guys are here, it's there, and I need a thing to write up. Okay. Initiative time. All right, 20 to 25. 15 to 20.
19.
Okay, 19 for Katone. 10 to 15.
I had a 16.
Oh, 16. Cool. 16 for Lauren.
I got a 7, so
Oh, God.
yeah.
I'd say there's something one of him.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta get Sahira new dice.
Yeah. You need some new dice, Med. All right. That
You're just
initiative-
saving them up for hitting things.
Yeah, right. All those crits, right?
Exactly. She's just storing them up.
You've got to
She's
save
storing
those
them
high
up.
rolls.
Exactly. If you only have a few, make it count. All right,
Exactly.
so top of the round is going to be Katone. Katone, you are here.
Okay.
The creature is here. So he is about 5, 10, 15, 20 feet from your party.
Okay. Since I didn't even have my shield or sword in hand, I would like to rage.
Absolutely.
And you will see Katune's like has this dark green skin, and the hand will like kind of crack and like elongate into much longer, like big, like long clawed hands, and the nails will grow and sharpen. And I would like to run up and start making some attacks with my claws.
All right, go for it.
Okay,
Round of
so
unarmed strikes in this game.
the first one is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. It's
Um,
very large. It's not particularly hard to hit. It's not wearing any armor.
For 10 damage. And then it says I can make another slash attack on the same as part of this. It says, sorry, it's my first time playing this one.
That's all.
Once on each of your turns when you attack with a claw, using the attack action, you can make one additional attack as part of the same action. So do I roll
Cool.
again, or is it a secondary roll?
Roll to attack again.
So that is a 14 to hit.
That just misses. So as
Okay.
you slash forward, kind of slicing these claws against its calf, the second one, it kind of just nudges you out of the way with its large, muscly hand, kind of
And then-
deflecting it.
I will take my second attack action.
Go for it.
And that is worse. That is 7 plus 4. So that one misses. And then I will try one more time. Oh wait, no, it was just one per turn.
One per
So
turn.
yep. So that's it. So
All right,
slash
same-
really good one on the first one, and then miss.
Yeah, as it's kind of now holding you back with one of its 5 arms.
And then I will give it a menacing snarl at it.
All right, that's then going to take us to Lauren. You're up.
I'll see Kotone rush up. Kotone, not again! Oh, be careful! And I'm just gonna like rush up behind her and try to kind of pop in and out from behind her to attack the creature and also provide support to Kotone. I'm gonna use my action to make a couple of attacks first. So I'm gonna make 2 monk unarmed strikes. All right, first one is gonna be a 17.
That'll hit. Once you guys hit, I tend to just
You want me
tell
to
you what
roll
the AC
damage
is.
first or attacks first?
That is up to you.
All right, I'll roll both and then I'll roll the damage. All right, and the 16, no, actually 16, 21.
Easy. It is AC 15. Now,
Okay.
once you guys hit something, I just tell you what the AC is. So yes, that does hit both of them.
All right. And then for damage, it's gonna be 6, 2 plus 6 total, so 14 damage.
14. Alright.
Additionally, I'm gonna spend a key point to cast my flurry of blows and do it twice again.
Excellent. Go for it.
Nice.
Monk, monk, monk.
All right, that's gonna be another 22,
Excellent.
and this one is a 14. So
Oh, just misses. So, slamming 3 fists at its leg, it finally kind of holds you back with another one of its hands with that last strike.
damn, that's gonna be 9 points of damage for that one that did hit.
Cool.
And then, additionally, as it catches my second hand, instead of it striking him for a punch, I'm just gonna extend the hand and be like, "Oh no, you don't!" And I'm gonna use my feature Hand of Harm. So whenever I hit with an unarmed strike, I can spend an additional key point to deal necrotic damage equal to a roll of my martial arts die, which is a D6 plus my Wisdom modifier.
Go for it.
Nice.
So it technically hits with the previous strike, but
I will take that as flavor.
Yeah.
so that's going to be 5 extra points of damage on
All right.
on that feature.
Unloading as your hand is caught in this large, meaty, actually relatively necrotic grasp. And you then cause further decay, and the skin begins to slump off of that hand as it releases one of its 4 heads, now like gnashing its teeth at you.
And I just kind of like duck behind Kotone.
That is going to take it to its turn. As that same head kind of lashes forward at, because it has a very large reach. Who's it going to go for? I like to go for that. It's going for Lauren. That same head that was just gnashing at you, as you start to step back, reaches forward and attempts to bite you. What is your AC?
My AC is 16.
This is going to hit. So you take 12 piercing damage. All right, now Hagmar, you are up.
Awesome. All right, so the mouth or like head that just like bit Lauren, Hagmar's gonna like, you know, kind of like get like unusually concentrated like with his bow. He's gonna first with bonus action, he's gonna cast Hunter's Mark on this creature.
Excellent.
And then he's gonna take aim at that head that just bit Lauren, and with his longbow, let off a shot. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Definitely is going to hit.
So, I'm going to stack a bunch of damage, I guess. So he's a ranger and a rogue. So he has Colossus Slayer, sneak attack
Yeah.
now, and the hunter's mark, right? So
Oh, I pulled out that big mini and you went, hell yeah.
Ooh, kill him.
all right. So that's gonna be 8, 10, 13, 17 points of damage from that shot.
All right, 17 from that first tease. As just take aim and release. 17 G's. Okay. Anything else you were doing on your turn?
So we're like you said, like 20 feet from the.
Yeah, you're about 20
Giant.
feet from it.
Okay. Is there like a vantage point or anything like that I could sort of get to, that like a little bit higher ground or anything like that?
Yeah, you could clamber up to the top of one of the buildings.
Okay. Yeah, I think after I take the shot, I'll move up to one of those vantage points.
Cool. So up at the top of the building, you're basically at like eye level with this thing.
Nice.
All right, that's then going to take us to Sakira.
Okay, can my 40 feet of movement get me up to it?
Easy.
Okay, cool. Do you do flanking as a rule?
I do.
Okay, can I get
You
in a
can get
position?
around it,
flanking? Yeah, okay, if I can get over there, I'd like to get over there. For
Absolutely.
advantage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to try a couple of unarmed strikes as my draconic strike. So I'm going to have my fists kind of light up, one with fire, one with lightning, and give it a 1-2. So the fire one first. That's a natural 20.
Hey!
Oh.
I changed dice and it
You
works.
saved it.
There
Okay,
you go.
Told you.
Okay, good. Cool. Now I have to do math.
Amazing.
Not better.
First roll with the new.
I know.
It works.
Damage is still terrible. So that's 6 fire damage on the first punch.
6 fire damage on the first. Excellent.
Okay, second one is going to be not as good. Does a 11 hit?
No.
No. Okay. And then bonus action, one more unarmed strike. And that's going to be a 18 plus to hit.
That's definitely going to hit.
And that one is going to be 2, and that would be plus 3. 5 will do fire damage again. So fire, lightning misses, fire hits again.
Okay. That was the total of 5 for that
Yes.
one?
Yes, yes. All right.
All right. You watch as these 2 fire strikes pound into the flesh, and you, this close, you see that the parts that had been damaged had been starting to stitch together, but you singe its flesh and it prevents that regeneration.
Good to know. Okay. Can I also shout out, try to hit it with fire.
Excellent.
Light it up.
As you share out that information to the rest of your party, that takes us to the top of the round with Katone.
Katone will not fire, but it's okay.
And just start slashing again. So
Excellent, go for it.
So many unarmed strikes.
the first one is 17 plus 7, so I think the hits, and then I will try the second one, which is a 15 plus 7, and then 17 plus 7 again. So
Easy.
3 really good.
Pop, pop, pop. Roll that
Um,
damage.
So the first one is 6. The second one is 8. And the third one is 7.
7. All right. As you smack into its flesh, watching as bits of this necrotic undead flesh kind of sloughing off, with each
slice it off.
leaving these big gouges in the flesh.
And then I
That's
will
then going to take us to anything
like-
else you want to do with your?
Yeah, I just want to shake off the gross bits. Yuck, yuck.
Oh, it stinks. That's then going to take us to Lauren.
All right, Lawrence. He's like, that's very hurt. And she's going to move it to the side and once again pop up from behind Katona and start whamming at the troll. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do this almost the same thing. I'm going to strike it twice with my Bare hands is going to be an 18 to hit on the first one,
Yep.
and a natural 20 on the second.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Damage for those. First one is going to be a 9 points of damage. And then, good thing that's a natural 20, and I get to roll it twice. So that's 4 plus, so 10 on the second.
All right.
And then I'm going to spend another key point to
Mhm.
do Flurry of Blows. And I'm going to hit it once this time with the Flurry of Blows. That's going to be a 20, not natural.
Definitely gonna hit.
For just 4 points extra of damage. And I'm going to use another feature of mine now, the Hand of Healing, which whenever I use my Flurry of Blows, I can replace one of the unarmed strikes with the use of this feature without spending an additional key point. And I'm going to heal myself a number of hit points equal to my martial art die plus my wisdom modifier. So I'm going to roll again. And I'm going to heal myself for 8 points of damage. Of healing
Excellent.
damage.
Healing damage. Anti-damage. It's like anti. All right. Anything else on your turn?
That is going to be my turn.
All right. It's going to then go and is going to use its action, and it's going to reach down and grab at you, Lauren.
Oh no.
I need you to make either an acrobatics or athletics check against a restrain. Right? Restrain is the 0 and like you can't do anything sort of. No,
Yeah,
it's-
correct. Grapple is just 0 movement. Restrain
Yeah,
is
yeah.
you can't
Restrain
do
is the-
anything.
Yes.
Okay, so acrobatics. Sure. Come on, baby, let's go. Ooh, no. That's gonna be a 14. 15, actually, 15.
Yeah, I rolled higher than that on the die. Let alone its strength modifier, because it's giant. As this giant meaty hand comes and literally just lifts Lauren up from the ground, is then going to see if I can position you in there without dropping you. Hey! It's then going
no.
to take a bite again at you. With advantage because you're restrained. That is going to be
Oh,
a nat 16.
a natural 16 does succeed.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you take
Oh, no.
Good for
you
you.
take 6 piercing damage. They didn't
Yeah,
roll
that
as
were-
well.
Bless.
And I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Oh no.
That's gonna be a 7.
That's definitely a fail. You're gonna take. I rolled really poorly on that one. You're gonna take 1 poison damage.
Oh, bless.
The giant's gumming you to death, not actually.
Yeah, it's on the bit of the bit of the mouth that has a fewer teeth. They're not as rotted, but you feel this poison
Ugh.
reach into your bloodstream, and it just burns as you watch Lauren be picked up and just on her side by this giant. That is then going to take us to Hagmar.
So, all right. So Hagmar, from like his vantage point, I'm gonna try to take another shot, but I'd like to try to see if he can aim at like the wrist where like the tendons are that are like gripping
Okay.
Lauren, right? Like that arm or that hand that's gripping Lauren. I don't want to like shoot Lauren, but want to see if I can get it maybe to drop her. All
Cool.
right.
Go for it.
That is an 18 to hit.
That will hit. You are able to roll me a d4.
Sure. 4. Okay. A 1.
A 1. Okay. On a 1, you do impact into the arm that's holding Lauren, and around Lauren, you definitely feel it kind of like tense from pain. It squishes you a little. Oh!
Hagmar is not helping.
But its teeth do let go of you as it then whips one of its many heads around to glare you down, Hagmar. Roll that damage.
All right. Yeah. 7, 15. So 19 points of damage on the arm. Or
Nice. 19 points of damage. Anything else for your turn?
no, that'll do it.
All right. So that's then going to take us to Sahira.
Hey, is it still holding on to Lauren?
It is still holding on to Lauren.
Okay. This is stupid, but I'm gonna try to climb up it towards
Okay.
like onto the arm that is holding her.
Roll an acrobatics check with disadvantage because it's mobile
That's fair.
and has many arms.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Oh no.
Okay. So nat ones do fun things. I need you to roll me a d20. This is essentially a severity check.
Great.
You guys, this really isn't helping.
That's a 19.
That's the one you roll higher on.
Yes.
Luckily for you, the higher number is better for you.
Okay, good.
As you are climbing up, one of the arms, as he's getting shot in the wrist, kind of moves back and actually moves Lauren with it. As you get smacked by a moving Lauren, and you fall prone back onto the ground. You didn't get very far, so you don't take any fall damage.
Okay. I guess
you
it's
just
my
get
whole
hit by
turn.
your
isn't
friend,
it?
though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I suppose that's probably whole turn, whole action. I don't
You can
think
use the rest of your movement to,
Okay.
not be prone.
I would like to stand up.
Cool. Yeah, you end up back where you were.
Okay.
And do that ninja kick flip back onto your.
At least it's really cool when I'm getting off the ground. Yes.
Yeah. It
Right,
wasn't super cool when you got hit by your friend, but it looked really cool when you got back up.
Yeah, great. I just hope nobody was watching. It's great. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna take us top of the round. Tone.
Is there anything like dangling from him in terms of clothing or anything that I can try and pull myself up?
Sure, yeah. You can make an athletics climb up, or you can do more like acrobatics.
Yes,
climb up.
I would like to do athletics climb up
Cool.
to try to get to the arm. And then it's advantage because raging. So it is a 19.
Cool. With a 19, you grab onto that bit of rope and hoist yourself up. It slips a little bit. Luckily, the anatomy of the giant hasn't sustained through undeath. And you kind of pull yourself across. As you're moving up the torso, you notice that it almost has like a maw growing out from its stomach as well. But you are able to climb up. Where on the giant would you like to be?
So I think I can only make 20 feet with my movement. So I don't know if that gets me to the arm where Lauren is.
It's about 20 feet tall.
So I would like to get to the arm where Lauren is.
Okay. Kind of like grab onto the arm.
Yeah.
Lashing yourself on it.
And then I would like to like kind of straddle the arm and then just start attacking it from on the arm
All right, go for it.
to try and like liberate. So the first one's natural 1.
Oh no, okay, hold up before you go forward, because
Yep.
severities.
Oh yes, yes.
Roll me that severity die.
Which is the D.
D20.
Okay.
The higher the number, the less awful than that one.
11.
Okay, middle of the road. Especially because you were hacking at an arm that your friend is attached to. I need you to roll me one more d20 as a
Okay.
secondary attack roll.
Okay. A 17.
Okay.
No modifier.
You
just
slash
rolled intelligence.
down across and you lose your footing just enough. Lauren, what is your AC?
Oh no.
That hits. That's right. I'm AC 16.
Oh no!
17 is good.
You
Do
do
I
not
get like
fall.
half cover from the hand? Or like...
I would say that, yeah, you would have. I'd give you half cover because you're being like. There's
18
the
AC
hand
then.
is- Okay, you just miss Lauren. Like the blade goes right in front of the face. Are you
It's
using your
claws.
claws or your
Yeah, the claws.
claw goes like right skirting
This
across.
really is not helping.
Katone, you slip, almost falling. You manage to just at the last minute hold on. You are still on the creature.
Okay.
That was the, if you did really poorly, you were gonna hit her.
Do I still have another attack?
Yes.
Okay. I will attempt to more carefully cut into the actual creature.
Go for it. Roll that die.
Sorry. That is a 19 straight.
hit.
So yeah. So that is 12 damage.
12 damage. All
Yeah.
right. This thing is, there are just bits of it starting to go missing as you're slashing across. That is going to be Lauren's go. You are restrained at the moment.
And I will
am
try
still
to like
currently restrained.
kind of end my turn like in a way that like is I'm more visible than Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting human shield.
Yeah, like half orc
All
shield.
right. Half orc shield. As
If
you're
I
clinging
am
onto the
still-
arm.
Yeah. Oh.
Currently restrained. I suppose I will try to use my action to free myself. What does
Acrobatics
that
or
look
athletics?
like? Acrobatics or athletics? Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to just shimmy my way out of that hand and acrobatically jump out of there. Oh,
It's alive.
Whoa.
that was a 19.
Okay, that just made it because the thing is strong. You
hell
feel
yeah.
it as Katone's slashes go across. There's a moment where she hits one of those tendons. In fact, the tendon that Hagmar had hit earlier, and that tensing kind of loosens for just long enough that you're able to pull yourself up. You are now standing on this thing's arm. You are
Never mind,
about
it did
20
help a little.
feet up off of the
I'm standing on the arm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I guess escape is gonna be difficult, so instead I'm gonna spend another key point to, as bonus action, do my flurry of blows. And I'm gonna hit him twice. First for a 17, and then for a 19.
All right. Roll
Nice.
that damage.
And for damage is going to be a 9 on the first one and a 4 on the second one. And additionally, actually I can't because it has to be a weapon attack, so never mind. Unless you will allow a stunning strike on on
Yeah.
an unarmed track.
Yeah, stunning strikes are unarmed. You can do
You
However,
hit another
before you
creature with a
stun-
melee weapon attack.
before your fist count as melee weapons.
Indeed.
But before you do that, with your monk training, the understanding of bodies, even though this one is decomposing, you take the second and using your body, you grab onto the arm and punch into where you assume those key pressure points are. And the giant goes falling down. I need both Katone and Lauren to make me dexterity saving throws as you are now falling.
Does it like automatically get stunned?
It falls unconscious on the ground.
Oh!
Yeah.
Dexterity
However-
saving throw.
However, you do notice that it is those wounds are patching.
Boy.
So 16 for the save.
17 on the save.
Okay. With both of those, you are only going to take half damage with the fall, because you are 20 feet up. So that's going to be a total 2 damage.
Except
Which is halved also for me because of raging, right?
And because monk, you can.
and I have slow fall.
Yep.
So I use my reaction to reduce any falling damage to an amount equal to 5 times my monk level, so I reduce it by 25.
Yeah, the 2 damage is definitely under that. So, Katona, you only take 1 damage as you just kind of land a bit hard on
Stub
your
my
knees.
toe a little.
But Lauren, you just like full monk land.
I'll just land on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
You guys do notice though that the wounds seem to be healing up. It is unconscious for this. That takes us then to Hagmar.
All right. So it's, as far as he can tell, like at what it fell, like I would consider it like still alive, or like we're
It's unconscious. Well, it's unconscious in the fact that it is actively healing itself.
yeah. Okay.
Because Froze is one.
I'll remember that, like, okay, so I'll pitch this. This is a little bit of a stretch, but all right. So Sahira had shouted to use fire. Hagmar doesn't have any fire other than like his like tinder kit and like some, like his bedding and stuff like that. So like, I guess I'm gonna use maybe my action or something like that to like see if he can like wrap an arrow and light it.
Sure. Go
Okay.
for it. I love it.
Okay.
Roll me a survival.
Okay. Hopefully I don't set my bow on fire here.
Yeah.
None of those severity checks. All right, let's see. That's gonna be a 6.
Okay. As you're trying to like wrap the arrow, you're not used to like making arrows that aren't stabby. And it ends up as you pull it back and release, it is really heavy. Like you made a fire arrow, it just goes about 2 feet before it hits the ground. So there's a flaming arrow in the ground by your at the bottom of the base where you are.
All right, so I guess then what I'll do is like disappointed. He's gonna be like, maybe grab the flaming arrow up off the ground and use my bonus action, my rogue bonus action, and I'm gonna dash down, like for my movement down to the troll, and I'll end there next to it.
Cool. All right, and as you were rushing over with this fiery arrow, that's going to then be Sakira.
Okay, not a bad plan, Hagmar. Is there a way I can position myself to where I get my team behind me so that I can do a 20-foot cone towards this creature without hurting them?
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay, then I would like to kind of push them all back a little bit and touch my holy symbol and breathe fire on this thing. I'm going to do my Breath of the Dragon attack and just light it up.
Yeah,
Immolate.
Hagmar's holding. He's like, I got fire, and then it's like.
So it needs to make a dex save, which I'm pretty sure it fails because it's
Yeah,
down.
it is a crispy dire troll now. As you immolate this thing. And again, the cold sets back in now that the adrenaline kind of starts to calm. It's quiet. And then you hear just a very soft female voice, shaky. Lauren? As a elderly woman kind of pops out from one of the ruined buildings, and before you see the headmistress, Soraya Tell. And that is where we're going to take our break. So,
Oh man!
yeah, I'm going to make him sit on that one. So we are going to be taking a 10-minute intermission. During this time, we are going to be doing a giveaway. So we are giving away a free mini from Eldritch Foundry. So if you want a custom PC mini, just like our amazing PCs today, you are going to go into the chat and you are going to type the keyword orb. So again, that is in the chat, keyword orb. And we will be back in about 10 minutes. Get up, get our wiggles out, and we'll see you back here. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Art of Adventure. We are going to get back into the game, but before we do so, we do need to announce our giveaway winner. Now, we are pre-recording this, and I'm not psychic, so the winner for our giveaway is going to be in the chat, which I believe will probably be on this side. So if you see your name in the chat, I am in the chat, and I am announcing you right now. Congratulations! Woo!
Yay!
I'll be reaching out to you and getting you your voucher for that free mini. All right, so as we are headed back in, I'm going to have everybody reintroduce themselves just in case you are arriving a little bit later into our stream today. So again, my name is Ashlyn, Dollar Store DM. I make all the things because I can't pick one thing to do in my, abundant free time. And we're going to go opposite order. So Mario, go ahead.
I'm Mario. You can find me on Instagram at Dungeon Mario. Check out my link in bio for commissions on maps, miniatures, or to book me as a professional dungeon master for you and your friends. That's it. Thank you. Oh, and I'm playing Lauren today, the monk with the Way of Mercy training.
Excellent. Next up, we have Josh.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh, Quarter Paint on Instagram. I'm a mini painter. I'm playing Hagmar, the High Elf Bounty Hunter Ranger Rogue in this scenario.
And then Beth.
I am Beth. I am a Dungeon Slayer on Instagram. I do miniature paintings and foam terrain. And I'm playing... Oh,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. And I'm playing Sahira. She's a Way of the Ascendant Dragon Monk.
Beautiful. And last but not least, we have Carla.
Hi, I'm Carla. I am Paints Tiny Monsters on Instagram. As the name suggests, I paint monsters. And I am playing Katone, a half-orc barbarian.
Excellent. All right. So last we set up with our party, they had discovered a very sketchy orb that had sucked in the soul of a waitress. In returning this orb to the ruins of the village, it had been found with Lauren acting a bit sketchy about the whole thing. They were brought into the orb itself through a ritual. In exiting the monastery building, they were beset by a dire troll in this weird pocket dimension filled with floating rocky islands. They were able to defeat the dire troll, and upon so, a voice called out to Lauren, the headmistress of the monastery. And that's where we're going to start.
Just in the background, you're going to see as like Lauren's having this great experience, this big experience. Hagmar's in the back, just like trying to wave out his arrow that's still on fire. Just, come on.
Lauren is gonna try to like look around and see where the sound is coming from, where the voice is coming from.
Oh, she's stepped out from the building and is like full eye contact with you.
Oh, Lauren's then kind of in shock for a second. Just, Sister Soraya, is that you?
I thought
What happened? What are you doing here?
We are stuck.
You are stuck. You have come inside the. Did you touch the orb? Where did it come from?
And as you're looking at her, you recognize that, and she's coming closer. First of all, her skin is almost translucent. Like you can see bits. She looks more like a spirit. But there is like a bit of corporealness to her. What you also see is a very, very large gash mark down her chest that looks like it's almost perpetually bleeding. And you see a burn going up one side.
Ha, Lauren, watch out, ghost, I told you.
Is this someone you know?
How are you here? You ran. Oh no, did he freeze?
Such a terrible time to lose connection.
You were, but like the face you were
terrible-
kept on
Yeah.
was so like intense. You just looked like you were in shock.
Yeah.
It was. I was.
Out of body experience.
Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
Lauren is just kind of like step back a little bit and just kind of like, Sister Sarai, what happened to you?
The attack. We did not. I'm glad that you were able to get out, but your sisters were not so lucky.
No, that cannot be true. There has to be other survivors. There has to be someone else that made it out.
That is not something that I can answer. Maybe.
How did you become trapped here?
Last I remember was the screams, the smell of blood, the burning, as those soldiers came and decimated everything in their path. They did not care that we were not the ones with the scales, only that we were harboring them.
I'm sorry, sister. I couldn't protect them.
You are a child. It was not your job.
She's just kind of like defeated, at a loss right now. Like she doesn't know exactly what to make of things.
And the spirit comes and lays a hand on your shoulder, and it's cold, almost like a wind that's coalesced into form. It doesn't go through you, but it doesn't feel solid.
Lauren's like breathing a little bit too fast. It's like,
Tony will step closer just in case. Like, she's heard stories of ghosts getting angry and stuff and doesn't want to interrupt, but just standing close by just in case.
The last I remember was that, and then we were here. There's not everybody, but everyone who had taken shelter in that monastery. And it feeds on us. On our
What
souls.
does?
And she looks up towards that sickly green light, pointing, whatever that unholy creature is, like a man, but not spectral, that's a really hard word to say in that accent. Lich-like, but not. It takes from the souls it keeps here. There were some that just came in recently that it seems to have more of an appetite for. And
friends.
she leads you into her small hiding spot, and you can see little makeshift graves, names that you recognize. Her name is also on a gravestone, as is Kiva's, and as are two others that you do not recognize as members of the monastery or those refugees. Across most of these tombstones, they are cracked, broken in half. When the creature takes them, they are gone. And these break. And looking across, almost every single one is broken. Their souls consumed by whatever being rules this section.
Are Kiva and the other two names that we don't or the two names that are presumably the friends, are those still intact?
They are. I hid. I'm not proud of it, but I hid. But if those souls hadn't shown up, I'm sure I would have been next.
Well, that is fine. You need to survive. You need to rebuild our order. It is proper. It is what they would have wanted.
Lauren. I'm not rebuilding anything. I can't.
What do you
If
mean?
the order is to survive, it survives with you. But you
No,
cannot
no, you need to
rebuild
come
it if you are
back.
here.
You need to come back.
My body is gone. I felt the connection break.
So Hagmar's gonna clear his throat and be like, I don't I don't know about the three of you, but I don't plan to end up in a cracked grave in an orb. Maybe it's time to see what's on this island. So I'm also gonna try something. So in this room with the graves, is it like a cupboard or it's just a ruin of a building?
It's a ruined building, but you can see where where Soraya has kind of set up a place of hiding. So she's moved a few of the stones so that when this, whatever it is, comes hunting, she's been hiding in this little hovel, attending to these graves.
So amazingly, one of the ranger spells that I chose for myself was jump.
I love how like I gave no context for this, really.
I know. So I don't know, is it possible from this building if I cast jump on myself to maybe reach the lowest island from
Absolutely.
this spot? Okay. All right,
absolutely. That is fantastic.
So after he kind of like says like, I'm not gonna die in this place, I think he's gonna just, cast jump and like, spring himself up to that first island.
As you spring upwards, you catch on the edge and pull yourself up, and you can see that the islands kind of go up, not quite a staircase, but once you get onto that first one, it's probably the easier to get from island to island.
So I do have a length of rope too, so I will tie it like around my waist or anything that potentially could be, and then like lower the other end if possible to make it easier for the others to come up.
Yeah. So you're holding on, kind of bracing against the stone. Is everyone else following up?
Yep, I will.
Lauren will be
Jonas.
Hold
Lauren-
tight, Hagmar.
Lauren will be last. She's gonna stay until the end. It's kind of like with a kind of boggled mind and a bit of a sense of denial. Is just gonna like look at Sister Soraya and be like, "We're gonna go find what this creature is, and we're going to destroy it, and we're gonna find a way to get you back. You will survive. I know this."
It's just very sad smile crosses her face, kind of the burn marks preventing it from really passing the corner on one. Go. But be safe.
So just
As
start
you
climbing.
Grab onto the rope and climb yourself up. At which point you all make it to that first island. From here, you can start to see that glow get a bit brighter, that same sickly green glow. And you can see the outline of what looks like almost an altar up at the top. I love that I can put minis on this thing.
Awesome.
These are made from this is the terrain that I made. These are made from tinfoil and paper mache. If you are interested in seeing these up close, check out my Instagram. I'm going to be doing a bunch of posts on these now that I can actually show them off.
Nice. They're awesome.
I've had to hide them for months. So you make your way up. and you see this altar.
How far is the next closest stone?
Yeah, are they connected, or it's literally like stairway up, but they're not connected?
So essentially, they're not connected, and they kind of bob in place.
Boy.
It will have to be a jump from island to
God.
island.
And how far?
The next one is probably about a 10-foot jump. This is
I'll take a slight back step and then just jump across.
cool. I need you to make an athletics check.
Yep.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Whoop.
Yeah, athletics.
Never
Jumping is athletics.
18 plus
Easy.
7.
Cool. As you jump up onto the next island.
Super easy, guys. Super easy.
With a newfound sense of determination, Lauren will attempt to jump up as well.
Okay, athletics.
Can I be prepared to kind of try and catch if like teetering edge or anything like that?
Okay, let's go. No bueno.
How bad no bueno?
That's 8.
Okay, so Lauren, you kind of steel yourself for a moment and you rush forward, and then just the memory, like it's just in your head, hearing the cries and the screams and the flames, and you misjudge. And as you're flying through the air, you realize you are not going to make it. You are mid-air. You don't know how far it is down at this point. As I need Katone, make me a dexterity saving throw to try and catch
my
her.
forte.
right.
Okay, not too bad. 15 plus 2, 17.
Okay, as there's a moment, Lauren, where you watch as it, you end up below the level, falling backwards, reaching out, and Katone grabs on your wrist. Kind of, it hurts, but you are no longer falling as she hoists you up onto the rock itself.
Thank you, Kotone. I owe you another one.
You are always saving me.
Hagmar, before you jump across, could I hold the other side of your just in case?
Wait, I was thinking the same thing. All right, so yeah.
Hagmar, with
Hagmar's
your
gonna-
jump spell, you can just jump across.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Hagmar is gonna. He'll keep the rope tied around his waist and then jump across to them, and then.
I will say this rock is smaller. Only 3 of you can fit on it.
Oh, okay.
Look at Kotone.
How far is the next one?
The next one is actually just like a small hop across. Like these 3 here are all pretty close together.
Okay.
I'll do a flip.
You're flipping?
Barrel.
I can pull. Like, is Zahira tied in on the other side?
I am tied to Hagmar, so if you guys scooch to the next rock, I can jump onto the one where he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily enough, you make your way up across the rocks. I need Soraya to please make me an athletics check.
Okay.
Hey, that's not bad. That's 18.
Oh, easy!
Nice.
See, much better dice this time.
As you jump across as well. You 2 are remaining tied together?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll stay tethered for the rock jumping. So-
Okay. At which point you are able to actually get a much better view of the altar from here. As there are just pools of blood going across each side, and that strange glow emanating from the center. At which point, almost in your minds, almost surrounding you, you hear just Well, well. What do we have here? Living. How marvelous. As descending almost from the mists is, if you have ever seen a picture of a lich, this probably suits what you would have seen in a storybook. Except in your memory, liches look a bit more corporeal.
16.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say a 6.
Well, I read my charisma as my dex because I glanced and I was like, oh god, it's gonna be bad, and then I was like, okay, it's not that bad.
So you
Charge
charge
thought it was the
forward.
13, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I have a +2 dex, and I was like, we're really right, yeah.
You charge forward, and just your heavy footfall kind of crumbles the edge of this rock. So you lose a little bit of that momentum, but you're able to then grab and pull yourself up. That is as far as you're going to be able to move.
Okay.
This round.
And I assume that I have I don't actually know what this is from, but I have advantage on dex against effects and stuff like that. That's not for this, right? Okay. That's like dodging a AoE
Primeval
stuff.
awareness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's it.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I have an attack or an action, right?
Yeah, you still have an action.
Okay. Can I feel around for a javelin that I have?
Go for it.
And then just chuck it.
Yes.
Roll that check.
That is a 2 + 7, so I assume that misses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes
as-
really wide.
As it just kind of unnaturally moves to the side.
Katonia's gonna pretend that didn't happen. Just that's lot of wind in here.
As
Strong wind.
it is now the specter's turn, as this wicked grin goes across, and you watch as the red lights seem to brighten from the soul of Kiva and go towards its hands. And I need everybody to make everybody who's on this rock to please make me a dexterity saving throw, as he is casting Fireball.
Now is the advantage on dex saves. Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
on the
danger sense.
Does that include me? Sorry, I didn't see the
It does
rock.
not include you.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
It's gonna be a 25.
Okay, that succeeds.
16.
That also succeeds, just.
That's 20.
Excellent. All successes.
Which was
is
good because I got the first one was 3, but then I got a natural 20.
Nice.
So I'm glad I got the advantage on. I'm glad I saw that too. Right before
How
this.
good is my rolling today?
Oh no.
With the, 8d6 that Fireball
Please.
does.
Oh god.
Please don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so far not super well.
Okay. The rock and everyone else disappears, and I'm like, guys.
It's all on
Where
you.
did you guys go? Well, we almost all fell to our doom. It would have
24
definitely been like
fire
you're
damage.
all the way up there.
Uh,
24?
24
Total,
fire
so-
damage, halved for everybody because you all made the save.
Woof.
So
Yeah.
only 12. Only 12.
Only 12 damage, as this fireball encases the whole rock, leaving you singed.
Is
Yikes.
it a missile? I can't throw this back.
I caught your fireball.
No.
Okay.
But that is going to be its turn, which takes us top of the round to Hagmar.
Okay. So just, is there anything that I noticed? Like, is there anything on the altar or anything like that that resembles in something important? Like, remember there was that green light or anything like that? Is there anything on the altar that like
So there is-
screams as important, or just
From where you are, you can't get a great look at the altar
okay?
because you are underneath that top rock.
Oh, okay, okay,
Because you're all the way down here.
right.
and
Okay,
it's all the way
all right.
down.
So I'll start with taking another shot. Like I'll follow after Lauren. So like I'll fire off another shot and then start like moving up after them after seeing them like explode from a fireball. So
Yeah.
all right, take my one shot. So that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Beautiful.
Right. And he is injured now, right? So
He is
he's under
injured.
his max hit points. Okay. So that's going to be 4, 6, 10 points of damage from the shot.
Excellent. As you reach back, pull another arrow finding its mark in this almost corporeal body.
All right. And then I have a speed of 30, so I don't know where that can get me as far as the next island.
There you
Okay. Awesome. All right, that's my turn.
All right, that's then going to take us to Tahira.
Okay. Okay, I would like to move up in front of everybody. If I can get up onto the platform that he's onto, even if it's with a roll.
Nope, it's not a roll.
Cool. Then I will do a Breath of the Dragon attack, lightning.
All
So
right.
he needs to make
Nice.
a dex save.
That is a nat 20.
That
Whoa.
certainly succeeds, but he
Mm-mm.
takes half.
Hey, if I'm rolling a nat 20, it's at least on a save, not on a roll against you.
Yeah.
This is very true. Or the,
Watch her roll another natural
Yeah.
20 and
Yeah,
do it.
right. Right.
So he takes half of 5 lightning damage. He takes 2 lightning damage.
Oh.
Excellent.
And then that is one of my attacks. I have a second attack.
You
I
can
guess
get
I'm
up
gonna-
to him.
Yep, I'll move up and punch him.
Rah!
If that doesn't work, I'll punch. And I will infuse that with. Let's do lightning again. I want to see if it does stuff to him.
All right.
So that's going to
Roll
be
it.
a. Oh, what?
Roll to hit.
23 to hit,
Yeah.
Nice.
and that's 9 lightning damage.
Excellent.
Does that seem to do more or less, or the regular amount
The
of damage?
regular amount.
Okay.
But you
Alright.
do watch as the lightning kind of arcs across his body.
Okay. Bonus action, patient defense.
Hmm.
All right, that's what I got.
All right, that's then going to take us to Lauren.
Okay.
don't forget about
Um,
flanking.
Yep, flanking is a thing.
16.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say a 6.
Well, I read my charisma as my dex just like glanced, and I was like, oh god, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, it's not
Yeah.
so bad.
So you
Thought,
charge
thought it was the
forward.
13, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I have a +2 dex. And I was like, we're really right, yeah.
You charge forward, and just your heavy footfall kind of crumbles the edge of this rock. So you lose a little bit of that momentum, but you're able to then grab and pull yourself up. That is as far as you're going to be able to move this
Okay.
round.
And I assume that I have like, I don't actually know what this is from, but I have advantage on dex against effects and stuff like that. That's not for this, right?
Mm,
That's like dodging a AoE
primeval
stuff.
awareness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's it.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I have an attack or an action, right?
Yeah, you still have an action.
Okay. Can I feel around for a javelin that I have?
Go for it.
And then just chuck it.
Yes.
Roll that check.
That is a 2 + 7, so I assume that misses.
Yeah.
So it goes
as-
really wide.
Hurrah! As it just kind of unnaturally moves to the side.
Katonia's gonna pretend that didn't happen. Just that's lot of wind in here.
As
Strong wind.
it is now the specter's turn, as this wicked grin goes across, and you watch as the red lights seem to brighten from the soul of Kiva and go towards its hands. And I need everybody to make a everybody who's on this rock to please make me a dexterity saving throw as he is casting Fireball.
Now is the advantage on dex saves. Okay.
Wait, on the
danger sense.
Does that include me? Sorry, I didn't see the
It does
rock
not
thing.
include you.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
It's gonna be a 25.
Okay, that succeeds.
16.
That also succeeds, just.
That's 20.
Excellent. All successes.
Which
Which
was
is
good
good.
because I got the first one was 3, but then I got a natural 20.
Nice.
So I'm glad I got the advantage on. I'm glad I saw that too. Right before
How
this.
good is my rolling today
Oh no.
with the, 8d6 that Fireball
Please.
does?
Oh god.
Please don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so far not super well.
Okay. Just the rock and everyone else disappears, and I'm like, guys.
It's all on
Where
you.
did you guys go? Well, we almost all fell to our doom.
24
Would have definitely been like
fire
you're,
damage.
like, all the way up there.
Uh,
24?
24
Total,
fire
so-
damage halved for everybody because you all made the save.
Woof.
So
Yeah.
only 12. Only 12.
Only 12 damage as this fireball encases the whole rock, leaving you singed.
Is
Yikes.
it a missile? I can't throw this back.
I caught your fireball.
No.
Okay.
But that is going to be its turn, which takes us top of the round to Hagmar.
Okay. So just, is there anything that I noticed? Like, is there anything on the altar or anything like that that resembles in something important? Like, remember there was that green light or anything like that? Is there anything on the altar that like
So there is
screams as important, or just
from where you are, you can't get a great look at the altar
okay?
because you are underneath that top rock.
Oh, okay, okay,
Because you're all the way down here.
right.
So
Okay,
it's all the way
all right.
down.
So I'll start with taking another shot. Like I'll follow after Lauren. So like I'll fire off another shot and then start like moving up after them after seeing them like explode from a fireball. So
Yeah.
all right, take my one shot. So that's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
Beautiful.
And he is injured now, right?
He is
he's
injured.
under his max hit points. Okay. So that's going to be 4, 6, 10 points of damage from the shot.
Excellent. As you reach back, pull another arrow finding its mark in this almost corporeal body.
All right. And then I have a speed of 30, so I don't know where that can get me as far as the next island. Okay. Awesome. All right, that's my turn.
All right, that's then going to take us to Tahira.
Okay. I would like to move up in front of everybody. If I can get up onto the platform that he's onto, even if it's with a roll.
Nope, it's not a roll.
Cool. Then I will do a Breath of the Dragon attack, lightning.
All
So-
right.
He needs to make a dex save.
That is a nat 20.
That
Whoa.
certainly succeeds, but he takes half.
Hey, if I'm rolling a nat 20, it's at least on a save, not on a roll against you.
Yeah.
This is very true. Or the,
Watch her roll another natural
Yeah.
20. and
Yeah,
you-
right. Right.
So he takes half of 5 lightning damage. He takes 2 lightning damage.
Oh.
Excellent.
And then that is one of my attacks. I have a second attack.
You
I
can
guess
get
I'm
up
gonna-
to him.
Yep, I'll move up and punch him.
Rah!
If that doesn't work, I'll punch. And I will infuse that with. Let's do lightning again. I want to see if it does stuff to him.
All right.
So that's going to
Roll
be
a
a. Oh, what?
Roll to hit.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
and that's 9 lightning damage.
Excellent.
Does that seem to do more or less, or the regular amount
The
of damage?
regular amount.
Okay.
But you
Alright.
do watch as the lightning kind of arcs across his body.
Okay. Bonus action, patient defense.
Mm.
All right, that's what I got.
All right, that's then going to take us to Lauren.
Okay.
Don't forget about
Um,
flanking.
Yep, flanking.
Is the damage we took bludgeoning damage?
Is
or
force
anything?
damage.
Oh, force damage. Okay. Just
Oh.
wishing, guys. All
I don't have any healing or anything like that, so
I
can't
don't
help
either.
Lauren.
I'm the one that has.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if I
Hey,
had
you
done
play
my
a healer
bonus
like I
action
play a healer.
first,
Yeah.
if I had done my bonus action first, I would have probably survived.
Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Okay. So that's now Katona. You are holding on to a bit of rock. You see Lauren's unconscious body on the rock next to you.
On the rock next to me.
Yeah.
You can't use your action to stabilize them without a healer's kit or something, right?
Yeah, you can.
I can? Okay,
Yeah.
I will attempt to. Lauren, there.
You kind of you spent enough time with Lauren. You've seen her heal. So you would make an attempt.
Okay.
Roll me
I
that
have a
medicine
healer's
check.
kit on me.
Can I use the healer's kit that he's on, or
Do
is
you
it
have
like a
proficiency in a healer's kit?
Nope.
Well, you don't need
Is it-
proficiency in it to use
I was
it.
like, wait, but pretty good on the medicine check. 18.
Yep. You are able to stabilize Lauren. She is no longer bleeding out.
Okay.
You see as her breathing kind of slows and becomes a bit more regular, the large gash on her eyebrow kind of stops bleeding entirely. Not entirely, but like not as profusely. As you very quickly bandage that up.
And then I would drop my rage at the end of this, right? Because
You were hit by something, so you're still good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Rage healing.
rage healing. Very angry. Feel better.
Blood, stop!
There. Okay. And then I think that's my entire action. So I will just try to move myself on the other side of between the altar and the Lich.
Excellent. Well, the altar's gone. Like
Oh, okay.
this is no
Oh.
longer
It's
this
exploded.
shape. It's a bunch of floating rocks now.
Okay, well then on the other side, just in case, if I become the target, I'm on the other side now.
Okay, so you were able to use half your movement there, and you kind of pop around on some rocks.
Okay.
You get about relatively here. I don't have
Okay.
a bunch of mini rocks. So I didn't think you guys were going to blow up the island.
Okay, there.
Oh my god.
But
I did it.
yep. That's then going to be to. That was Katone's turn. Wait.
Lauren should have gone before me. I don't know if she needed to do death saves.
Yes, but she doesn't need to anymore.
Well, not
because-
anymore.
Yeah.
But I meant
Whoa,
that's
what?
where you.
What if I had rolled a natural 20 before?
That
she
is
healed me,
true.
though?
But if you'd rolled a natural one, that's
Well,
true.
then you still
yeah,
saved
then
me
I
in a
saved you.
fight.
That's true. That's true.
Oh wait, no, it's because Lauren was the one that punched the thing.
Yeah, that is true. That is also true.
That's right. That was her turn. Right. I was like, wait, how did I get
I
here?
did go. I did go.
You did go. So the specter is going to like looking down at Lauren, just like a another Dawn daughter for my collection.
Oh,
And
bueno.
is going to leave Lauren alone for the time being because she's not a threat. And is going to turn to Sahira, fly down, and this icy touch as the Lich Spectre grabs onto your arm You had patient events up, so that is with disadvantage. Still gonna hit. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a spell?
It is.
That is a 17.
That is a success. So you are going to take 12 cold damage, but you are not paralyzed. As there's a moment where the ice almost enters your veins, and you recognize that this is probably how it's keeping its victims still as it drains their life force.
Okay, I'm out. I only had 1 hit point.
Okay.
No.
I'm just
No.
in the clutches
Also unconscious.
of the guy. I'm out.
Oh no. Oh no.
As it then lifts your body upwards, almost joining next to Kiva's. As the connection that it has to Kiva has really, really, really weakened. It then kind of pulls on your life force. That's then going to take us top of the round. Hagmar, as it is lifting your friend up into the air, sucking its life.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a lot of options. I wish I was better equipped for this. All right. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to try to put an arrow in this jerk's head. You know, like, try to stop him from doing whatever he's doing. So I'm gonna take a shot. That is a 19. Does 19 hit?
Yes. Roll your
Okay.
damage.
Now no one's within 5 feet for a sneak attack, right? Yeah.
No.
No, right. Even the floating body, no. No. All right. 9, 8. So that's 17. So 21 points of damage on that shot.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
That the blast did a lot of damage to it too.
Yeah.
It failed.
All right. Yeah. I think I'd like it to like the arrow to like, as he's like his hands going up, I'd like the arrow to like pass through his hand and like into his
Nice.
head.
Nice.
And just like, I don't know, start to like crackle and like evaporate from his like, whatever
Excellent.
other sort of ethereal form he is,
You pull back, watching your friend's life force be sucked from her body, reaching, aiming, trusting the magic of your hunter's mark, and send the arrow flying across. It passes through the hand with a solid just crack and embeds itself straight between this specter's eyes. As from that impact point, you see that same green energy mixed with the red it's been pulling from Kiva, from Sahira, as it then implodes, pulling all those body parts together before sending them outwards in a flurry of bone bits. Sahira.
Does she start dropping? Does she start just...
Same thing. This is entirely luck.
Okay.
Over or under?
I'm gonna say over.
I rolled a 4. As you land onto one of the rocks,
Oh.
unconscious, bleeding out, but not falling to your death.
That's a bonus. Yeah.
Sometimes all that you can wish for.
Kitone, rage heal!
I know.
Rage heal.
At which point, as this lich shatters, you hear one final time, I remember this. As it then fades away, and the entirety of this world goes black. As you open your eyes, the two who still can, you are back in the monastery, the original version.
I think I'm still like holding the pose, like
Yeah.
you know.
Your two unconscious friends lying beside you.
Okay, I will run over to Lauren, grab the healer's kit, kind of empty it out, just put their own little wrap it here and the medicine, and try to stabilize.
Between the time now that it's not in combat, you're able to kind of like wake both of them up, get them both up.
Yeah, is Petruk there? Like maybe
He
can
is.
be like, you get over here.
Oh my God, you're back! As you guys are scrambling together, you hear and you turn, and this orb, a crack begins to appear across its surface. A little globule of light. Another. 3 globules. Circling around the room before finding the bodies they belong to. Inside the very wrapped up you hear Kiva just like panicking because she can't fucking breathe.
Go panic. I will cut her out.
We're doing a lot of triage right now.
That was Lauren's idea.
As the 2 others from underneath the blanket just and you just watch tears down Petruk's eyes as he rushes these 2 and holds them close. You recognize these 2 look, now that their color is returning, look very similar to Petruk himself, but younger.
Do they have blue scales?
They're not showing any of them.
All right. Won't be a
Lauren,
villain.
as your mind is kind of returning, as you are just barely regaining consciousness, you just feel a familiar hand on your shoulder.
Sister.
Your headmistress, kneels beside you and places one of the Dawn Daughter symbols on your chest. You are the last remaining. If there are others, find them, but the Order lives in you.
Delirious. Lawrence, no, but I saved you. You're alive. You'll come back.
And in a very maternal gesture, she cups your face in her hand, places her forehead against yours, and then the sensation disappears as she is gone.
Oh. Lauren will kind of just like wake up from that like a dream-like state. Like, but I didn't save you. And I died. What? Just start looking around.
Your healer kit is like poured all over.
Yeah, it's very poorly done.
Contents of your
Take a look at myself.
Lauren, look,
Like,
I learned so
Katone!
Walk over to Lauren and just kind of grasp her hands. And this was your home, wasn't it?
Yes.
And
I'm
it seems
sorry that I didn't tell you the truth, but this is where I grew up.
It's understandable. Some truths are too hard to actually speak into existence. But it seems now that you are the last of your order. Is that right?
She'll just nod. Whatever it was that burned down the town and my sisters, I was the only one that escaped. I was trying to protect some dragon touch. They had been harbored here in the temple. I suppose that is what brought fire to my home.
You cannot blame yourself for the actions of others. Do not think that you made this happen.
But I could have done more to protect them. Maybe I couldn't do anything back then, but I can do more now.
Absolutely.
And I'll look at Petrock.
He's in like full embrace with these two younger humans. He's watching you.
For what it's worth, if this is what you want to rebuild this order and make this place whole again, the Order of Lendus will be on your side and will aid you in any way that we can. If this is what you want to do.
I think this is what I am meant to do. She'll grab the emblem that has now appeared kind of in her chest. Sister Tell, she has given me this. This is my future now. I think that I am meant to rebuild the order. We protect these three. And she'll look at Hagmar. And repeated it.
He's just gonna eye roll, you know. Like, ugh.
I know that we've only been traveling together for a little bit, but if you would like to stay and help me rebuild, I would very much like that.
Absolutely.
I will stay to keep you safe, Lauren. See, look, good learning, eh?
Thank you, Kotane. I very much appreciate that. I hope that you'll be able to take care of me as much as I hope to be able to take care of you. And she'll look at Hagmar.
You know, finding people can be, you know, a useful skill. Maybe I can find a few more people that you want to look after.
And bring them here, right? Not turn them in?
Yeah.
Oh, Hagmar, you big softy. Bump, bump, bump.
Still getting over his trauma of just watching everyone explode in an orb, you know?
Yeah, it's been a day.
Yeah.
As you all kind of shake off things that you've seen, feeling this rebirth of something that had been lost. That is where we are going to end our session today. Thank you guys so much for your awesome gameplay. That was amazing. Such good combat and RP. So much fun.
Awesome.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Great job, Ashton.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Always
having
lovely.
Yes.
Of course, I'd love to have you guys on. So we're going to go around one more time. I want everyone, how can people find you on the interwebs? Carla, how we find you?
Paints Tiny Monsters on Instagram. And yeah, keep an eye out for some partnerships and stuff coming up. So
Excellent. Beth.
Dungeon Slayer on Instagram.
Josh.
Quarter Paint on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the different socials.
Excellent. And finally, Mario.
At Dungeon Mario on Instagram and on startplaying.games if you ever need a professional dungeon master for your table.
And I'm Ashlyn. You can find me $D. I can say my own username. I've been talking a lot the past few days. $DM on Instagram and here on YouTube. I hope everybody has an amazing night, and we will see you at our next session.